All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to LSR Lightning Speed Racing. This is the Group 2 stream for the Canadian Grand Prix. We are here in Canada, Montreal, Canada, at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve here for the LSR Group 2 race here in Canada. So let's start off by talking about this track itself. As I did mention, we're here at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve, which is located in Montreal, Canada. This is the Canadian Grand Prix, and a few fun facts about this track itself. So the turns are 14, so we have 14 turns around this track, many different corners that can make people spin out, especially that last corner, the Wall of Champions, where we had 3 different champions spin out back in 1999. In terms of the place where we are here in Montreal, which is located just off the St. Lawrence River. For the track itself, as I did mention, we have 14 turns to make up a circuit length of 4.3 kilometers. That's 2.7 miles long. There's 3 DRS zones to help encourage overtaking for around here as well. 1 down the pit straight, 1 in between turn number, I do believe it's 7 and 8. And then there's another one that's going to be the best place to make an overtake down into the chicane at turn 13 and turn 14, which is most commonly known as the Wall of Champions. So, enough with the track facts, and let's get into the Grand Prix here at Lightning Speed Racing. If you guys are new to the YouTube channel, if you're new to the racing, subscribe to see more LSR content. Like this video if you're enjoying the commentary so far, and let's get straight into the action, guys. So, in today's race, we have the Canadian Grand Prix, and we have 12 drivers on the grid currently. We should have some drivers joining in qualifying as well, so I'll look out for all those new faces coming into the qualifying session as well. But we're here for the Canadian Grand Prix. As I already have mentioned, we are here for round 6 of the Group 2 Championship race in Season 1. The comms booth for today's race is myself, Formula Jonah, and joining me in the commentary booth once again for another race in LSR, it's Pyro. Welcome back to the commentary, my friend. How are you looking forward to this race, and what most are you looking forward to when this race begins? A Pyro here. Looks like Pyro maybe have technical difficulties. Not exactly sure. You there, Pyro?
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you now.
My mic was pulled in, not on mute, and it's just... as I was saying when you couldn't hear me.
No problem, no problem.
I want to see how the drivers will overtake each other. Because it is... I see this final straight where Vapor is right now. That's an opportunity to overtake. But then, if you're going side by side through the turn 13, turn 14 chicane, I don't think it's going to end well, and you will go into the Wall of Champions. But I think it's really just how they'll overtake and how they'll use the DRS zones effectively.
That is an amazing point to point out. Yes, I'm very curious as well to see what happens there, how this race will unfold in terms of the overtakes, with a lot of places to overtake. I gotta say, the first turn is pretty good for overtaking down into the deep heavy braking zone at turn 2. There's also that little straight in between turn 7 and turn 8, but I gotta say, it's not really the best for making overtakes. The better section to make an overtake would be at the end of the that little chicane, and that would be at the hairpin at turn 10. You can send it down the inside on your rivals and make a good overtake. But I gotta agree, I think that chicane at turn 13, turn 14, most commonly known as the Wall of Champions, is going to be interesting to see who will be able to overtake. While it may be a great place to make an overtake because you have that long DRS straight, you want to make sure you get past that other driver before you hit that turn, which is a very interesting point because usually in racing and overtaking, you would see the driver trying to get on the back of the driver ahead and then try and make that overtake by sending it down the inside or going around the outside at the corner. But for this particular track, into that chicane, you don't want to go side by side. You literally cannot. If you do, I think it's just going to end in tears for both drivers. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all works out, but I gotta agree with you, the overtaking is going to be very interesting.
As Senna does go fastest, I've only just seen now on the medium tyre, so it looks like I haven't raced on this track, not one league race, and I think the strategy is going for a 2-stop or a very aggressive medium to hard. which I think is slower than the two-stop soft, medium, medium, or medium, soft, medium, or however, which way you want to put it. But I think the strategies that drivers need to work out when they're going to pit the undercut and the overcut. But I do think that most drivers will go for mediums as they are setting laps on them right now.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see what the strategy, how the strategy unfolds itself, because, to be honest, I have to agree with you. My knowledge on driving this track is not very good. I have raced a few leagues in the F1 2021 game, but not much for a ton of experience. But the strategy for around here is going to be quite interesting. We've seen a lot of rain happen in previous Canadian Grand Prix in real life. Many rain situations. I think the number one race that I can think of that's had rain is 2011. That crazy pit stop for Jenson Button got him the win, which was a whole nother scenario. But besides that, really, this track does have a lot of rain, which could impact the strategy as well. But if it doesn't rain, the strategy for just the mediums or softs or even hards is just a very unpredictable one and can be quite, I'd say, extraordinary for some of these drivers. You know, it might work out beautifully for them. It may not. It just depends on how you treat those tires, because sometimes the track can have a lot of degradation, and sometimes the track, if you conserve those tires and make sure you keep them in the optimal temperature, they're okay. It's a really weird track, but yeah, it's one strategy call by one team, one driver could gift them the race victory here today in Canada.
I think the setup, I know the setup plays a very big factor in every single track. But on these type of tracks, you have to get the right setup or whatever works in your favour. So I think if you want to go for a more straight line speed setup, maybe for this straight that electric is on right now, that's where the straight line speed comes into play. But then again, there's also the chicanes. It's chicane after chicane after chicane, and they're very, very tight ones. So I think the setup, I think there's going to be a lot of variety of straight line speeds and more corner. But I'm actually really interested to see what the drivers do, as we do have a first going off, and that is Vicinski.
Yeah, I think he's got out of the way of everyone, so it's okay. He must have gone for like a little spin at turn 2, or maybe he was getting off the track, because it looks like he just come out on an out lap, so maybe he was getting off for the other drivers to go past. Good job by the Alfa Romeo driver. Maybe he was doing that. We don't know exactly. But enough of that. Let's talk about something that I think is a big talking point coming into this Grand Prix. So, viewers, you're probably well aware of this, as we've been commentating on this league and on the Group 2 races for a while now. We've had a lot of racing. We've had a lot of phenomenal Grand Prix, and we're getting to that point where we're definitely in the halfway point of the season. So right now, we're at the Canadian Grand Prix, which is round 6. We're heading into the Christmas break. Happy holidays to everyone watching right now. Yeah, we're heading into the halfway mark of the season, and a big talking point is that championship fight. Now, Elian Bayan, who currently leads the championship, is not here today. Unfortunate to see that the Williams driver isn't here today, but of course, since it's Christmas, there is a lot of people that are out there enjoying time with their family, which is great to see, of course, and so that's why we have a smaller grid as well, if you guys were wondering about that. But yeah, going back to what I was mentioning, the championship is really tight, and one driver here today might be able to get a good result with the championship leader out of today's race not being able to attend. This could swing the favor into the hands of other drivers like Hella High or Electric Envy or another driver out on the grid.
Senna, SNLs have really, really good pace on the mediums under this track. He's only, can't actually see that because the fan's in the way. Yeah, he's only under a 10th behind more games, and he's on the softs. And he's in front of Vapor, Vacant, Hella High, and Optics, which I think is very, very good. And the same with Worried Cloud, he's only, what, 5/10ths behind on them old mediums, which I don't think he wants to start on now since they're 3 laps, so do have a yellow flag. I don't think that's anyone.
Yeah, gotta agree with you on that. Senna's pace on the mediums is quite surprising and really, really well done, actually. He's like you mentioned, just a 10th behind. More Gaming's in the Alfa Romeo sitting fastest overall. He's reserving for the Alfa Romeo crew today. But yeah, Ace Senna's got some good pace on those mediums. Worried Cloud, as you did mention, good pace on the softs. The Red Bull's looking really strong. Ace Senna and Notster Vapor looking really strong. And actually, if you don't mind, let's quickly talk about the two Red Bulls. Ace Senna has had a really good performance in the last two races. Imola and Bahrain, he scored back-to-back podiums. He could be going for another podium here today. Wouldn't that be incredible to see Ace Senna out there? But he's been on a form for the last two races, really putting in some great performances.
Yeah, sorry Bahrain, he was very, very quick compared to the other drivers. Let's hope he can put this result to good use. Maybe fight for a championship. I don't know where he's in the standings, but maybe go for it. With Hella High and I can't remember the guy's name. That was not easy.
Yeah, I mean, Ace Senna's in the fight for the championship. He's currently 5th in the driver's standings with 41 points. He is 2 points behind Worried Cloud, who's in 4th in the championship, and then just a few other points behind Hella High and Electric Envy. And with Ellie and Bai not scoring points, Ace Senna could definitely put himself up into the fight for the driver's championship. And another driver that is looking to get a good race today and try and take the fight to Ellie and Bine, and especially this race is Hella High, who's just invalidated. That time, oh no!
I don't think this is his track.
Yeah, he's struggling out there right now. I was on board with him. I'm not sure, were you looking at his lap as well? It seemed like he was struggling a little bit.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it looks like he invalidated that last corner, which unfortunately invalidated, I think, that lap and the next lap.
It does, but I don't think anyone has really practiced this track. It's not a really track you would want to go to just practice by yourself. Unless it's for like a big event, but I doubt any of these drivers have practiced it a lot.
I agree. And that's the thing too about this track is that, I mean, it hasn't been on the F1 calendar in, I think 2 years. I think 2019 was the last race. Yeah, so I think people haven't really thought about it. You know, it's a track that hasn't really been on the calendars. Of course, in LSR, we have it on the calendar. But I gotta say, I think this race is going to be more about getting points than actually fighting for, like, position and overtaking a lot of people. But, of course, if you want to get top points, you're going to have to overtake. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a really interesting race.
I think a massive, massive factor in this track we haven't talked about yet is the penalty situation.
You're right.
Limits. All the chicanes, especially this chicane that we're coming up to that Hella High, did invalidate, and Optus has just invalidated, I think. And the turn 1, turn 2, that turn 1 is very, very easy to invalidate. You should just cut this corner a tiny bit, trying to get as much lap time as possible. Turn 4, turn 5. Basically, every single corner besides the hairpin is a track limit risk. So I think we're going to see a lot of penalties in the race, and the drivers that don't get penalties will be able to move up the order quite quickly if they can keep up with them.
Yeah, this was something that us owners and admins were kind of going through for the last week or so. We were kind of figuring out, should we put the race on regular or strict? We ultimately decided strict. Oh, it's not Sir Vapor spins the car. Another difficult point on the track to mess up, and it looks like Not Sir Vapor just spun the car. Unfortunately, that's going to be an end to that particular lap. He will probably go out again and try and set a better lap time, though.
Did he get damage?
I don't think so.
Hella High retires in the pits, I think. Was it in the pits?
I think so. It looks like it's on the pit. It looks like it's right on the line to the entrance of the pit lane.
Or is it in the pit, or is it on the pit straight?
Is it? Oh no, I think it is.
I think he spun it on the exit. He has.
No way. The two-time pole sitter in LSR is out, and that is it for his chances of pole position. He's starting P6 at best. That's not great.
Have a look at. Was it terminal damage? It was terminal damage, so it was on the exit of the World Champions. So I guess he has put on the throttle a bit too much and spun into the left-hand side wall. As Baker had it, now goes provisional pole by just 5 thousandths. That's very, very close to pole, but more games will be looking to get pole again. Actually, he's 700 up. Oh no, he's loaded, no man. He will not get another lap in.
What a lap time from Vacant there. He could be getting his first pole in LSR, but there is one driver that might deny him to pole. That's not Sir Vapor. He's going to get some good points in today's race. Vacant as well. They're down in the bottom 10. Is he 4 tenths?
That's just going to get him into the 109s, but he needs another 3 tenths to get that. He's going to get a little substitute from Optics, so he just moves out of the way. Now with DRS open, let's see how he does this final chicane. Will he invalidate or will he spin? Or will he do it absolutely spot on and take pole position away from Vacant Haddock? I don't think it will be. It's not going to be, but it's a P4, and I think he's going to stay there for now. Gumball has invalidated, so has Optic has stopped his lap, and Cloud is invalidated as well, so yeah. And that's the pole set. Vacant Haddock.
Absolutely incredible. Vacant Haddock is a pole sitter now in LSR. To be honest, I did not expect a new pole sitter in LSR coming into the Canadian Grand Prix, but Vacant's just absolutely done that. Congrats to you, Vacant. You will start a pole for the Canadian Grand Prix. And Haas take pole position here in Group 2. I think this is going to be great. And Haas needs some good points because right now they're not doing too well in the point standings. But this performance from Vacant really shows that he's got a good chance of scoring some really good points in today's race.
Yeah, Haas on pole.
Yeah, I think that's a really good performance from Vacant, but we got to ask ourselves, what about the Red Bulls? Ace Senna on the medium compound tires in P3, not Sir Vapor on the softs in P4. There, it's an all Red Bull second row of the grid, so watch out for them. Also, watch out for more games. A reserve in the Alfa Romeo seat, but looking pretty strong. Also, Worry Cloud on the medium compound tires, but it is Vacant Haddock. For Haas F1 team, the American scores the pole position here at the Canadian Grand Prix, a 109.756 is the pole position time, and he just beat more games by 5 1,000ths of a second. Very impressive lap.
Yeah, just and Senna is going to be looking very good. As soon as the softs start to degrade, Senna's going to right jump on that. Just 800ths behind the softs is very, very strong pace. I think he has a 90% chance of winning this race if he doesn't mess up.
Agreed. Definitely agree.
I think that's a strategy, right?
Yeah, that's a critical thing to look out for as well as the strategy itself. It's going to be really interesting to see how this all works out. It's going to be a very, I think, an intense fight for pole position. But anyway, we are heading into the Grand Prix. We did have a driver join in qualifying. I do believe that is Breakfast King, so great to see him into the Grand Prix as well. He'll be joining at the back of the grid, but still will be in our race as well. So that'll be great to see how this all works out. But anyway, we have the LSR Round 6 event here in Group 2. It's going to be an amazing race. Your thoughts before we head into the Grand Prix?
I just hope the drivers keep it clean. That's the only thing they want to do. Not get wing damage, especially on this track because it's a bunch of twisty corners. If you get wing damage, that is lap time lost, and you also have to box, which is not going to help the strategy come out to put a 3-stop or a 4-stop, which is not going to be great.
It's definitely not B. But we'll see how this all works out. I have the same thoughts as you. Hopefully, we get a clean race. That's what we're hoping for, of course. Drivers, remember to keep it clean, keep it competitive, and keep it fun, of course. Make sure to have some fun out on track as we are ready for the Canadian Grand Prix. The formation lap is getting underway as the drivers set their tires. They set the setups and all that sort of thing. They get their setup right for the Grand Prix. Two drivers to also talk about is Hella High and Electric Envy, battling for the current championship right now. They are down in 7th and 8th. Not the best starting place for either driver. They're right in the middle of the field. But they should be able to come and fight for the top of the grid. But we'll see how this all works out between them.
Well, there's already disqualification of BRK, but I don't know how that's happened.
What happened there? It looks like he's maybe not started the formation lap. It kind of looks like that. Yeah, I think he's not started the formation lap. Hope that's not a glitch.
Did he get disqualified?
I don't think so.
I don't know if it's going to show up on him.
I hope we will not have to restart.
But you know how this game is. He could have hit someone and he only got disqualified, not the other driver, but we didn't see that at the back of the grid.
Yeah, that can affect the actual lobby itself. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we don't get any glitches, but like we have been mentioning, the game sometimes can glitch. We'll see how it all works out. But let's do the quick rundown of the grid. We got Vacant Haddock on pole position for the first time in Lightning Speed Racing. He's got more games alongside him on the first row of the grid. Ace Senna and Not Sir Vapor make it a Red Bull second row of the grid. Ace Senna on the mediums, where Not Sir Vapor is on the softs. Hopefully they will get a good result and bring Red Bull into the fight for the Constructors' Championship. Worry Cloud sits P5 on the medium compound tires alongside Awesome Gumball in the Williams, reserving for the team sitting P6. Hella High and Electric Envy are battling for the top 4 in the Drivers' Championship, with Optics, Vincenski, Zigdictus, Luke 2 Red, and Breakfast King rounding off the grid. There's a Mercedes parked in a weird location. Hopefully that doesn't glitch the lobby there. But we're ready to go.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
Apparently it's not got a lot of fuel as well. He's in yellow already.
And is that because Breakfast King has rejoined the session? I don't know exactly. I hope this has not glitched the lobby. It kind of looks like it's glitched though, with that Mercedes heading straight for the wall there. Oh, he's
reversing.
Okay.
And off he goes.
I have no idea what's
doing the formation lap and he's left. Okay, that's actually helped. I think him leaving, but I think that AI will have to do the formation lap all over again. I did have this happen in a league race before, but yeah, the AI does the full formation lap, but he's going full speed. I think no, he's not.
He might join the grid and that might start the race, but that's extremely delayed. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. Sometimes that happens, you know.
Joined through qualifying.
I didn't think that glitch happens though.
I know they have done that, but I don't know. They meant to fix that glitch, but they just implemented a new one.
Oh dear. Sometimes this is how it goes, viewers, with the racing. I'm sure
we'll see how it goes, and we've got to hope that.
Yeah, we'll see if the Mercedes joins the grid and the race starts. That could happen. We're not exactly sure. If that does not, we may have to restart the lobby, which is unfortunate, but we'll see how this works out. My goodness, this game can glitch sometimes. I feel like we have a glitch almost every race, but here comes the Mercedes. Are we ready to go? No, we are not, because he's just... And the lobby's completely glitched.
Wait, it's restarting the thing. Is that good? That's good, right?
Oh, there we go. It's lights out?
There we go.
Okay.
Where we go, I guess.
I guess so. Oh, it's carnage. It's carnage already. Okay.
Oh my god.
We are restarting. Absolutely restarting, because this is just carnage happening. I have no idea what has just happened, but we are definitely restarting this race. Oh my goodness.
Alright, well. We'll restart the race. So was that just Wyszynski being a why does him being an idiot and trying to straight line or what? Oh well, my wishes come true. Awesome gumball this one. Is that fine?
I think we need to restart this. I don't think this race is gonna continue.
I don't know what Wyszynski's done.
I think he went straight into the back of everyone, because I think I have no idea what's going on here. I think we're restarting this.
Okay, yeah, we will restart, so... Will all the drivers know? That's the thing.
That is the question.
Wyszynski left. I'll ask him what happened.
Yeah, I think we need to restart. I know what's happened here is that there is a lot of racing going on track, but I think we need to restart. It was just a little too much chaos there.
Okay. I don't think anybody is leaving right now.
Yeah, no one's... And the thing is our Group 2 admins are racing, so they can't hear us at the moment. So if anyone's listening that's on track, we need to restart now. Unless... Yeah, because we need to...
I don't know what's going on. Obviously they can't hear us. I don't know what's going on.
This is just chaos. I think what happened is that the game's glitched and it's done a black screen and it's just caused chaos. There's just so much that's happened here. I think we definitely need to restart. Was that only for us?
I think that was only for us. It put us back into the waiting thing, then put us back on when their lights went out. I think that was only for us. I think Vasensky was just... I don't know what he did. Vasensky just decided to not break.
I am absolutely not sure what's going on. I don't know if we're restarting. I don't know if we're just racing on. But because of the glitch, it's affected the actual race itself, and we actually have a few drivers wanting to join them.
Vasensky thought it was a restart, so he straight lined.
Ah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yep, okay. Restart. We are restarting the race. Confirmed. All right. So... this is what's happened here. Everyone that's watching the race right now, you can now... I know we're having great racing, but this is how it goes. We are restarting the Grand Prix.
Nope, that's someone gone. Alright, we're restarting.
So just leave the lobby. I know it's a little bit of a glitch, guys. I know there's just chaos going on, but this is how it goes. We got to restart.
My stream is stopped.
Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, viewers, so just give us a moment here. We're dealing with technical difficulties. It's a little bit of chaos, but that's how it goes, you know, with these glitches. They really affect everything that's going on. So give us a moment here. I'm going to try and figure out what's going on, and then we'll get some full data. We'll get some answers and everything like that, and let our drivers know that we're ready to start the Grand Prix. We're ready to restart, and then we'll get back into everything.
Jonah?
Yep, I'm here.
Has the stream stopped?
Oh, not yet. I don't know if we're restarting or not. I have, not exactly sure. Yeah, okay, viewers, we're gonna restart the stream, and then we'll be back for the restart in just a moment's time, so give us a moment here.